Ah, yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy new... Ah, yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy New Era field on the shores of Lake Erie. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Check. You draw quarters.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check. Fresno. Hit it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw here. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Let's go. 60 or. Hey, high 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
X3. 218. Chopper.
He's coming.
Hard.
We got double up.
Big grip.
On first down, Madison. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2nd down and inches. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
No, check. He's Mike.
6'6". Bullet high. Let go.
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Lacey. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Double time. Hey, we got 4.
You're out. Hey, lock it.
Shift.
Protein spill.
Switch it. Check three.
5.
They'll run on first down. Madison. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Let's go.
Go. Ready.
Back to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Check. Watch 54.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 26. Obviously, so much on the line here. Everything on the line this season. So important to get off to a hot start. That run certainly helps.
Definitely provided it. Nothing different than what they've seen all year long. They want to continue to ride that momentum.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. 64.
2nd and 6. He completes it to Henry. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
1st down, Brown.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. General West.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point through the snowflakes. Up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Pick the edge. Go. Shift. Watch the shift.
Get it.
On first down, Madison. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get that ball. Watch the safety creep.
Topper.
Slam. Check three. Kill. Shift.
On 2nd down now, Madison. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Down. 70. Indy.
Check right. Tight dog.
61. Matchbox lights.
95's the sand. No, check his mic. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Bam.
Check Nick.
Five.
They'll try to left side. Madison, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
50 seconds, come on. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll look to throw, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From a yard out, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is
a big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cameron Batson, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, Echo. Yo, get it.
2nd and 10. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I got you.
Hey, Alpha.
95 is Mike. Watch 95. Let's go, D.
95 is Sam. No, check. He's Mike. I don't think you got it.
Go.
They're going to look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Rip right.
Hey, exit.
95 is Sam.
Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
22 jet bomber. Hey, Charlie.
95 is Sam.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
95 is Sam. No, check. He's Mike.
They'll set up to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark, 43 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready? 30 base.
57, come on. Here we go, here we go.
Hit it.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
80 weapons.
SOS. Kill.
Gone. Defense.
They'll run on 1st down. Madison. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Get it.
On 2nd down, Madison. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Got it.
Watch 57. Hey, watch the screen.
Ready.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Bravo!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. This safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Aguilar has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Second and 2. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, high 7.
No, check, he's Mike.
6'6", pull it high.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Rush in. 95, Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They've got his man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Hey, Haywood.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
I got one. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Ready, set.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Back to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, 2, 5.
2nd and 6. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Ready?
Back to throw here. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Come on out here. Come get some.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for the Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Topper! Look at me! Door! Now!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
61, Matchbox Lights. Hey, Echo.
He'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check.
80 weapons.
Check 24. Switch.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pass on 1st down. Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
Hatchet. Under 10. 10. Tighten up.
X3, 218, chopper.
Undercrunch.
Hey, Sam on. Snap.
Now a give, right side. Madison, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch out.
Mike 56. Let's go, D.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, exit.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Elliott on 1st down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Here we go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 34-yard
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Brendan, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Mike, 56, right there, right there.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We got 4.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56. Mike's 56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Topper.
2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Keystone travel.
Let's see what you got.
2nd and 5. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Snags it for the pick. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter